Hi guys, Rishi Sunak does best when he's in a factory warehouse being asked questions by Tory councillors or journalists who aren't really journalists. Softball questions that are prepared and where we never hear any follow-up from the individual asking. But put the Prime Minister in a situation where he has to deal with ordinary members of the public and he gets snarky, flustered and comes across as arrogant. The issue discussed here was the ECHR, which Rishi Sunak has described as a foreign court that he's willing to leave. The public weren't buying it.
Now, you and I disagree on that, right? You think it's fine for people to come and they shouldn't be removed. That's your decision. I don't think that's right for our country, and that's why I'm prepared to do what it takes to get this problem resolved.
Sorry, let's go. You're saying you didn't say that?
No, I said, are you considering leaving the ECHR?
Well, I think
I did say, but you just put words in my mouth
okay.
then.
All right, but I appreciate what you're saying.
Yeah.
And there's a man over there looking very keen to say something with a black T-shirt. Yeah. Off you go.
It's just a point I'd like to make. There's only 2 other countries in the world that don't subscribe to the ECHR. Russia and Belarus.
Sir, with the greatest respect, we do not need a foreign court to tell us how to police our borders and our security, right? And I believe that everything we're doing is in compliance with our international obligations. But if I'm put in a position where I'm forced to choose between those things, I'm going to put our country's national security first every single time, and I make absolutely no apology about that.
Shame on you.
Oh, that went very well, didn't it? And now this was just a snippet of a very bad night for Rishi Sunak, constantly dodging questions, constantly getting frustrated, flustered with any type of question, any type of criticism or any type of scrutiny. Now, he mentioned, well, you know, the European Court of Human Rights is a foreign court. He was actually called out on that by the host as well. It's not a foreign court. It's located in a foreign country, yes, but it's an international court. If the European Court of Human Rights was in London, it would still be an international court. It wouldn't be a British court. Of course, Rishi Sunak knows this, but he's trying to sell this idea that it's a foreign court. Look, what's the terrible thing about all of this is that I don't believe that Rishi Sunak believes these things. He realised after Boris Johnson and Liz Truss that he had to pick a side. Would he run to the centre or would he run to the far right? And it seems he decided, okay, I don't know whether it was flipping a coin or what, but he decided, I'm going to run to the right. I'm going to try and deal with the threat of Nigel Farage and Reform UK and not move to the centre to deal with the threat of Labour. And so he had to adopt these positions like leaving the European Convention on Human Rights or bringing down immigration by using draconian means, focusing on immigration. It was a massive mistake. He rehired people like Suella Braverman. He didn't kick out racists in the party. He allowed people to stay until the very last minute. So it's he made a political decision that he's coming back to roost on him, and he's unable to defend these positions because he doesn't believe them. It's not like Nigel Farage, who actually I think believes these things or is truly convinced by them. Rishi Sunak isn't. So he's in a position where he's trying to defend policies that he probably doesn't agree with. Why? In order to stay Prime Minister, in order to protect his party. He could have easily said, look, after the High Court decided, or the Supreme Court decided that this bill was unlawful or this legislation was unlawful, just to drop it at that and say, look, actually, I respect the rule of law. The Supreme Court has said that the Rwanda bill is unlawful. Let's leave it and let's move on. But I think the decision would have had to have taken place much sooner than that. If Rishi Sunak had actually avoided talking about immigration and moved to the centre, I think he would have actually been in a better position today. And he wouldn't end up making a fool of himself on shows like this. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.